Now, the markets are closed now on this Wednesday, so it's time for a closer look at the action. And for that, we're joined on the line by Dr. Hwang Seiwoon, Research Fellow at the Korea Capital Market Institute. Dr. Hwang, thanks for coming on today.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Now, on Wall Street, the S&P and the Nasdaq rose Tuesday to an all-time high thanks to generally strong earnings. The Dow up 2, but still about 1% off a new record. Take us through the trade there and around the world.
The S&P 500 and Nasdaq Composite rallied Tuesday to notch record closing highs as Wall Street cheered stronger than expected quarterly profits from some of the largest publicly traded U.S. companies. The S&P 500 closed 0.88% higher at 229.33. And the Nasdaq closed up 1.32% at 81.20. Tuesday's moves come less than 6 months after a sharp decline in late December, which led the S&P 500 to its worst annual performance since 2008. But stocks quickly turned around as the Federal Reserve reversed course on a monetary policy, while the tone around U.S. China trade talks improved. However, the Asian equity markets declined on Wednesday. The biggest regional loser was South Korea's Kospi, which was down 0.88%. Japan's Nikkei stock index was 0.27% lower, and China's Shanghai Composite dropped 0.19%.
Yeah, we had first quarter earnings here in Korea coming out today, and despite those, or maybe because of them, stocks down sharply. What did we see in those numbers and why they declined?
Large cap stocks such as Hyundai Motor Company and POSCO reported the Q1 earnings today. Hyundai Motor Company Q1 operating income jumps up 21.1% on a weaker won SUV sales. POSCO, South Korea's top steelmaker, reported its first quarter earnings dropped 28% from a year earlier due to a slump in the steelmaking sector and a drop in steel prices. Investors in Seoul also shrugged off the government's proposed supplementary budget aimed in part at supporting exports and worried after chipmakers Texas Instruments said it expects a slowdown in the demand for microchips could last a few more quarters. Many of airline stocks were among decliners as investors dumped the shares out of concerns over rising oil prices and the Korean won's weakness against the U.S. dollar. National flag carrier Korean Airlines, for example, rose 0.43%, and number 2 carrier Asiana Airlines plunged 13.6%.
Now, you mentioned exchange rates there several times. The Korean won is at the weakest it's been so far this year at 1150.9 to the U.S. dollar. What's happening there?
The U.S. dollar index, which tracks the greenback against a basket of 6 major rivals, was flat at 97.6, near a 22-month high, following strong U.S. housing data. The U.S. economy is expected to rebound in the wake of recent U.S. economic data, while the euro has weakened due to concerns over Italian political uncertainty, along with deteriorating eurozone economy. The local currency was trading at 1151 won against the U.S. dollar, up 8.51 from the previous session. Although the risk appetite recently has recovered in the domestic financial markets, the local currency price is very sensitive to the weak Chinese yuan and the plunge in the euro. The current momentum in the foreign exchange market may continue for a while, reflecting concerns over the Korean economic growth slowdown.
Okay, got it, Dr. Hwang. That's where we'll have to leave it today, though. Thanks for your insight this afternoon.
Thank you very much.